I'm really excited to try this now. Oh my gosh, that's so yum. Hello my loves, I'm Miss MonMon. Welcome to my channel. Today we are embarking on a vintage cooking adventure which hails from everyone's favourite cooking pamphlet, Creative Cooking with Cottage Cheese from the 1960s. This year I was a little bit stuck as to what to cook for Valentine's Day, and then I spotted the love heart concoction on the front of this pamphlet, and after a little bit of research I found out that it is the Coeur à la Creme. So that is what we will be making today. A Coeur à la Creme is a traditional dairy dessert which is always served in the shape of a love heart. It is a smooth, creamy mixture which is then served with a strawberry sauce, and I have never made one, so let's make one together. The first thing we need to do is aprons on. The original recipe from Creative Cooking with Cottage Cheese gives you 12 serves, which is way too much. I am currently living on my own, so I'm going to be cutting down this recipe down to a quarter. This is the heart-shaped mold I have, but I feel because I am cutting this recipe down so much, I might end up using this vintage glass mold which I've had for a couple of years. It is not heart-shaped, but I will see how much mixture I am left with and then we'll make a choice. The first thing we need to do is combine the cottage cheese, sour cream and salt, and we are going to beat that in a bowl. I don't have a cheesecloth, but this is 1 cup of cottage cheese in the bowl, half a cup of sour cream, a pinch of salt, and then we are going to beat it until smooth. That seems smooth enough to me. So I am now blooming my gelatin, so I sprinkled it over my milk and it's gonna start going all wrinkly. And then I need to stir it over hot water. So I'm gonna pour some hot water into this second bowl, and then I'm just going to put the measuring cup in, and that's how I'm going to heat the milk. Basically 1/8 of a cup of milk, so 31 mils. This is the half a tablespoon of ground up bones. So I think our gelatin mix has fully dissolved, and I'm going to pour our milky bone mixture into our cottage cheese. This is what our mixture looks like. I think we will have enough to go into our heart mold, but it's going to be more pancakey. I'm going to try and pour it into the heart mold first, and if that doesn't work, I'll scoop it out and pour it into the glass mold. She fits into our heart mold, and that is now going to be popped into the fridge for a couple of hours just for her to set. And in the meantime, we're going to make the strawberry sauce. To make things even more convenient, the recipe for the fresh strawberry sauce is straight after the Coeur à la Creme recipe. So that is the one I'm going to follow. And all I have to do for it is, in a small saucepan, sift together the sugar and cornstarch, and then stir in some orange and lemon juice and cook it down until it gets really thick. This took about 5 minutes, but I had it on a low heat and just sort of kept stirring it. It was already smelling really delicious, so I took it off the heat and then stirred in my chopped up strawberries. I did keep 1 strawberry aside for garnish, but oh my gosh, this smelt so good and I just wanted to eat all of it. The recipe says this makes about 2 cups, which is looking pretty accurate, and now I'm also going to pop that into the fridge just to chill out for a few minutes. Our Coeur à la Creme is set, I think. So I'm going to do the very scary task of flipping it out onto a serving plate, and then I will garnish it with our strawberry sauce. Let's go! I can't wait to try this. She's out. Now it's time for strawberry sauce. It looks like it's been run over, but I am really happy with that. Since it's only me that is going to be consuming this, I'm just going to eat it straight off the serving plate. So let's give it a go. I'm going to get some of the cottage cheese and a bit of strawberry. I like it. I reckon that's really nice. The more I eat it, the more delicious it gets. Yum. So I am actually Eastern European descent, and for me, cottage cheese and jam is quite a common dessert, and it's one that I still make for myself now. The This is basically a more luxurious and amped up cottage cheese and jam combination. So for me, I actually find it quite pleasant. There is a little bit of a sourness to the cottage cheese mixture, just because of the sour cream, and it's not overly sweet, but when combined with the fresh strawberry sauce, I think that it all comes together. It's sweet, it's sour, it's not sickly or too much. I think this is a win. I'm not mad at it. I'm glad that I quartered the recipe, because this is still a lot, even just for me, so I can't imagine adding 3 of these into one portion. In saying that, more cottage cheese mixture would have filled out the mold a bit better, and I think it would have released from the pan had I dipped it in water. But I was just feeling brave. If you would like to follow the recipe and have all the measurements, I have all of that on my blog, as well as photos of our creation. This is a win for me, and I'm glad that I'm starting off the year with something delicious. Thank you so much for joining me on another cooking adventure. I hope you are all having a wonderful Valentine's Day season, whether you're with someone you love, friends, family, or just by yourself. I hope you practice self-love and do something wonderful just for you, whether it just be have a lovely bath, a candlelit dinner on your own, or make yourself a delicious treat. I will see you guys all next week with a brand new video. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and join me on all my future vintage adventures. I'd also love to see you on my social media, as I get to interact with you guys there a little bit more. Until then, be kind, be true, be you, and have a beautiful Valentine's. Bye! I think I'm spending Valentine's Day alone with this. I mean, I am spending Valentine's Day alone with this. This is all I'm going to eat for dinner. And I don't even care, because no one's here to stop me.